Hi, I'm Alyssa and welcome to another video in my van build series. I'm 19 and I love everything outdoors and adventure. I've always had a dream of converting a van into a camper van, and this is Rennie, my 2014 Reynolds Master. I now have the task of converting this van into my very own tiny home on wheels. Feel free to follow along on my journey. I have no idea what I'm doing, so we'll see how this goes. In my last video, I got the van prepped. I removed everything, cleaned it up, and got rid of the stickers and treated the rust, making it all ready for the build to begin. After 3 weeks of working, I am back and ready to get started with the build. Hi, I'm back! It's my first day off, after 3 weeks of work, so I'm finally going to get started again. And I've just been meeting up with Emma, who's just like leaving in her car. We've been getting photos of Rennie all empty, and stopped by the cake fridge. Lovely gluten dairy free things. This is actually vegan as well, so love it, love it. And so the van build can now continue, and it's the actual build now.
We're getting busy today.
We're getting busy today. I'm just back off work. Yesterday was a planning day, and today we're taking action. So we're going to measure out the floor of the van and go and get wood and insulation. So we've done all the measurements and we're now heading to go get some wood. So we drove all the way back with the door open. That was scary. Thankfully the alarm does go off after a little minute of driving. But we've got wood, hopefully it's enough. They didn't have any of the insulation in, but they're getting at the beginning of the week, so they're setting some aside for me. So all the wood has been cut and we have taken it inside to store, keep it dry until we've sorted all of the leaks in the van. Time to tape out the potential layout of my van. You ready, Mel? It's getting pretty dark, but I've gotten my layout taped out, but the tape's also white so you can't really see it. Yeah, just a second. This is kind of shows where we have built out. My electrical's going to be under there. That's where the room for getting in and out. Shower tray and water tank. We've packed up because it's getting dark and time to head off. Good work for another day and time to call it quits. See you again tomorrow. So we're another day at the van build. Today we are tackling the slider door where the rail is leaking. So hopefully the door doesn't come off. Fingers crossed. And yes, we'll see how this goes. With all my technical knowledge, I have determined that the reason for this leak, as like you can see the water dripping down the wall already from like yesterday obviously, is that this nut in here is actually it's like at the end of that thread, whereas all of the other nuts have been like right up against the back panel. So we've gotten this bar off. The door is just sitting free right now. We've got it on the steps. So these are all the holes. We're going to seal in all along here. A bit of a worry about this thread here, where all the rust was on that end nut that was letting in all the water. We've got it cleaned up and we've managed to find another nut to go on the end. So panic over. I'm gonna just clean this up, and I think we're gonna paint it black, and Mom's gonna clean in at the groove. There was a bit like under the panels, a bit discolored where rust was, so I'm just gonna try and hopefully clean it up so it doesn't get any worse. And then I'll be putting back on and sealing up. So the job I'm doing right now is there's all these little holes in the roof. This is where roof bars will go. These back two and the front two I'm not putting roof bars in, but I am in the middle ones. So today while we're here and waiting for the paint to dry, then I'm just going to seal up the ones that the roof bars no going in. The roof bar hasn't arrived yet, so we'll do them when I've got the roof bar to put in. Now to get the door back on, so I'm just going to seal up around all of the holes before I put the bar back in place. Everything's tightened back up. Welcome to another day. Yesterday we got leaks sealed up. I'm gonna go and have a quick check because it was raining last night to see if this has worked. Definitely more here. But today's task is going to be starting to lay out the floor. Brenna's coming in a bit, so I'm going to empty out the van and make it all ready for us to get a good start. So I've just had a good investigate of all the bits we sealed up, and the slider door bar is looking pretty watertight. No more water's come in there. I have no idea where this water on the floor has come from. I think it might be the door. But there is 2 dots above it that hasn't been sealed up yet, but I'll wait until everything else is sealed up before I start worrying about the door. That's my plan. Anyway, time to get tidied. So this is the door stopper that sits on here, so that when the door opens all the way, then it comes up against the van to stop the door going any further. When we bought the wood and were cutting it first, then I realised that this is too close to the floor, meaning my floor is gonna, with me putting insulation and stuff in, it's gonna be too high and this is going to, the door won't close. So Grandad took it home and has cut out this section. Just a little shush. No mistakes were made here. and I'm gonna put it back on now. Now it is time to get all of the wood so I can start figuring out how to frame this floor. Start the frame down. My van workshop, and the frame of my floor is basically down now. Just need to tidy up in here a bit. So, with a lot of help from Grandad, I've gotten the floor framed out. Please ignore the very squint piece that you probably saw last clip. We're just going with it. It's unique. We're running a bit of a big gap, that's where the shower tray is going. We'll have to like kind of secure the shower tray in somehow, but that'll come when we are actually putting that in. There is no insulation in Shetland. I need putting 50mm insulation boards, and there's none here. When I went in at the end of last week getting all the wood, then he said, oh, it's probably going to come in start this next week, so it should be like Monday, Tuesday this week. Nothing, he said probably next week, so hopefully it comes in this next week and I can get the floor all finished and down. The next job on the cars, this weekend's job, is putting in the windows on these two back doors. There's going to be one behind me there and one on the slider door as well. So it's a big scary job, so go on to my next video and you should see us hopefully smashing it and getting them in perfectly and having no issues. But I shall see you on that next video.